Hi everybody, welcome to tonight's Painting Whimsical Wednesday. I am so excited to be here with you guys tonight. We have this adorable kitchen behind me that I am going to paint with y'all, but I'm in a little bit of a spastic, like, my gears are cranking because someone offered a suggestion to me online that I happened to just see, and I loved it. What are you looking for, babe?
Nothing.
Okay. Anyway, welcome you guys. You are here with me. My name is Tracey, and my business is Tracey's Fancy, but I'm a brand ambassador for Dixie Belle Paint Company, which is exclusively what I use for any of my DIY projects, any of my furniture painting business projects, any and all projects that we do in our home. Matt's here behind the scenes with me as well. It's all Dixie Belle Paint. They're a one-stop shop for paint and all things in the paint world. So anyway, we go live right here on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time every single Wednesday. We call it Whimsical Wednesday, and it's not a serious place, but we are serious about painting. So please say hello when you come on. Welcome. Thank you for being here, Dixie Belle. Thank you for having us. Please let us know where you're tuning in from. We love to see where you are. We usually have people joining in from all across the world. I have two cameras broadcasting right now. I've got Facebook over here and Instagram right there. So I'm talking to both of you, and any question that you might have or comment that you would like me to know about, I can't see those comments, but I've got someone on the other side of the screen that is Matt, my husband, who can answer or ask me questions for you. So please don't hesitate to ask me. This is a learning environment. I am not here to show off. I'm not here to just show you my skills. I'm here, my skills, my talking skills. I'm here to teach you, and it's what all of us brand ambassadors, retailers, content creators for Dixie Belle, it's what we do. It's why we're here live. It is to bring you into our painting world and educate you for free right here. It doesn't cost you a dime, and we're here every single day of the week, kind of around the clock, to bring you along with us on this journey and hopefully show you how easy it is to change your world with just a little bit of paint. So Matt, are we rolling here?
We're rolling. We've got people on from Australia, South Carolina, Philly, Florida, Washington.
What are you looking at over there? So we're good tonight, guys. Matt and I are in a better place. I was informed by him that I was a little snippy last week, so I apologize for that. I don't know why. I was. I was. I will admit it. I really, really was. So, okay, so what I'm going to do first is I thought I was going to be adding some WoodUBend to this project, and we're going to prep it, all right? And in order to have my WoodUBend ready for the prep stage before we start painting, I have a skillet, literally what we make our morning pancakes in, you know. But it isn't anymore. It's
When was the last time we had pancakes? 3 years ago?
Yeah. No, I still make pancakes. I just make sweet potato pancakes.
Oh.
Anyway, is this on, babe? It doesn't,
No.
like the light's not on.
I didn't turn it on. I just plugged it in.
Oh, there we go. It's on now. So I have my WoodUBend skillet over here now, and I'm going to take, I'm telling you this now because in case we do use it, I want you to know what I'm doing to prep it. WoodUBend is an amazing product that Dixie Belle also offers, and they carry WoodUBend exclusive designs that were made just for Dixie Belle.
Excuse me.
Bless you, babe. They're made just for Dixie Belle. So any of the WoodUBend that you see that's available on the Dixie Belle site, you won't find those WoodUBend molds offered anywhere else because they are exclusive for Dixie Belle. This is one of the trims, and I felt like it was the one I was going to use, but I also like this one. But now I'm not sure we're going to use them at all. But if you're going to use trim from WoodUBend, and if you are interested in this stuff you heat up, and then it becomes extremely pliable. It becomes almost like Play-Doh in your hands. It becomes malleable, moldable, bendable, stretchable, all these things. You can sand it, paint it, cut it, drill through it, stain it, all those things. It's amazing. But if you're using one of the trims like this, you can heat these with the heat gun and like hold it like this and it'll just unroll. Or you can just throw it in a skillet, which I'm doing right now, so that it warms up next to me and it'll be ready to go should me and you guys decide that we're gonna use it. I hope y'all can't hear. We've got our neighbors have their landscapers outside, and they are mowing and weed eating the building, so I hope you guys can hear. Okay, so let's talk about this piece behind me. Isn't it amazing? Do y'all love it? Do they love it? I need you to tell me, maybe.
From this angle, I'm not sure you can tell what it is.
Okay, let me move. Let me move out of the way. Let me move.
It's a kid's kitchen.
It's a little kid's kitchen. Actually, it did not have this bowl in it when I found it at Goodwill. It was just a hole. The bowl was there at Goodwill for $1.29, and I threw it in, and it fit perfectly, which I think it's designed for a bowl just like that. So I have things sitting all over it because I had ideas, but I got some other ideas now, so I'm going to talk to y'all. But isn't it cute? Look. Okay, so this opens like a little oven. It functions perfectly. I've got my... These are stencils that I thought I might use right here. Still might. Have those inside there. There's some little shelves inside there. It is so cute. I love it. So I hold this sucker home with me. I've had it, I don't know, maybe almost 2 months, maybe. And I've been waiting for an opportunity to pull it out. So I am between custom orders right now, and I decided tonight was a really good time. So I had this idea that, oh, I'm like cooking my WoodUBend. I need to turn that down.
Hey, how do you attach a WoodUBend? With wood
Oh,
glue?
let's talk about that, yeah. And we may do it. We may be doing it. And I have my tablet here, so I'm going to show y'all a couple of pictures, okay? So, without a doubt, the Dixie Belle products that we will use tonight, what we will dip into, for sure is Slick Stick. So we're going to talk about Slick Stick for just a minute.
Are you doing a 50s, 60s theme?
Yes, so that's okay. So someone just asked if I was doing a 50s, 60s thing.
How'd she know that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because it looks like that. And where was my brain? Like, I don't know. So my idea when I bought this was I was gonna put lipstick on the pig. Y'all know that saying? Putting lipstick on the pig. That was my plan. I was like, I am gonna make that thing so amazing. I'm gonna put WoodUBend all over it. I have ideas already, like where all these molds were gonna go. I was gonna gild it in gold and pink and white harlequin, real soft and princessy. Even when I typed my description on my Facebook page today at 5 o'clock, I was talking about this princess. I was gonna make it fancy, really fancy. I was gonna take this off, this plastic stuff off, and put the WoodUBend trim right here on it, which by the way, now it's getting hotter. Look, it's starting to roll. It's not all the way hot, but it's getting there. It's too hot. Do I have it?
It's probably, yeah, that thing gets pretty dang hot.
It's too hot. I just want it barely on. So anyway, I posted today, meet me here for design ideas tonight because I want to talk about that. We're going to prep it, but we need to talk about the design ideas, right? You got to know where you're going. And someone said, oh, I see black and white checks and some red, and then she put the little cherry emoji, and I was like, oh my gosh, like a diner. I didn't even think about that. So look at it. It does look like a retro diner. It totally does. I don't know why I didn't see that. So now, like 10 minutes before my live, am I like totally too close? 10 minutes before my live, I'm in a whole nother train of thought now. So I'm going to show y'all a picture because real quick I dug this up. So I'm going to show y'all this, taking y'all down the journey of how my brain works. So where'd it go, babe? I sent it to you. I sent Matt a message.
It's in
right
my text.
Here. Hold on. I sent him a message. This is what I think. I think whoever it was, if you're watching, please say hello and know that you really got my brain going and you're amazing. Thank you for your ideas. It was on Facebook, I believe. She said black and white checks. Or no, she said red and white checks and maybe a little turquoise. That's what she said. Red and white checks and maybe a little turquoise. Loved it. So I looked up some ideas and then I found this and I love it. So look at this picture. I think this is going to be my inspiration. Can they see that pretty good on Facebook?
They can on Facebook, yep.
I'm going to show you Instagram. Hold on. So look at that. Okay, Instagram, look at this. So please give me your feedback because I see this kitchen on this piece. I totally can see it. And then look at this. Look at this plain, boring trim, but it's in silver. What if I just leave this here and coat it in Slick Stick and then I'll paint it silver and not put the WoodUBend on there? I think it doesn't need it. And then I was going to do Harlequin stencil, and this already has the diamond shape. I already had an idea to do like a sunburst pattern over here on the side with this little stencil, I was gonna put it right here and do a sunburst pattern out around it. So I
don't think you need that.
I don't think I need the stencil. I mean, I don't think I need any of the WoodUBend. I think we'll just go with turquoise, a pale pink, black and white checks, and a little bit of red. What do y'all think? Do they like, or are they
Nikki
responding?
says put a cooking rack inside the pot to lift it off the skillet. It can regulate the heat.
Oh, will you go get me one?
Where would I find that?
Under the cabinet where all the cooking, you'll see like a.
Okay. Let me read the rest of these.
Okay,
first.
look guys, look, this is the WoodUBend now, okay? Now I don't think we're gonna use it, but I'll still tell you about it. So this is WoodUBend. And when it's hot or warm, it will loosen up and you can bend it. It won't crack. You can even stretch it when you're putting it on. It does stretch. And you apply it with a wood glue. You use a wood glue to apply it. And my favorite wood glue is Titebond Quick and Thick. There's regular Titebond, and then there's Titebond Quick and Thick. I love this. It sets up immediately. It works really, really well. I even use it when I use my WoodUBend on my gumball machines. So this is what I recommend. And then you just put your glue either on your surface or on the back of here, and you put it onto the surface and hold it in place for just a second. It's really a good idea to put a heat gun to it one more time. Once you've put it on your surface, reheat it one more time and press it on really, really hard and make sure the glue kind of pushes out. Wipe your excess glue off and you're ready to keep on working. You can just keep on painting. So I don't really think at this point, I mean, this was my idea. I was gonna use, you know, like this. I was gonna do these like this and like this. I was gonna make the doors fancy. I was gonna put these on the bottom corners. But I think I'm going retro, you guys. I think we're gonna do it. So let's go ahead and I think we can take this off, babe. I just wanted to show them how the WoodUBend gets warm. And I guess I spent all this time today going through all this and I don't know where my head was.
So somebody had suggested maybe you do colors that would work for a boy or a girl, maybe without the pink.
Maybe without the pink, so just do a turquoise and white.
I like the red, white, and
silver.
turquoise idea. I thought that sounded nice.
You don't like my picture? Really?
Yeah, it's you know.
Really? Okay, well, I'm going to think about it. But right now, let's get the slick stick out. Okay, so real quick, because I thought I was also going to be using these, I thought I was going to use the lace Silkscreen stencils. I don't know if y'all are familiar with these. I'm going to talk about these for just a minute because I had planned on using them on this piece in the back. I wanted to use the lace pattern in the back. So the Silkscreen stencil, this is the lace one. If you order these, they come in 3 different sheets. So each design, this one's called lace. Each design comes with 3 sheets. So 1, 2, 3 sheets. And this one is lace. Each of them represents lace. And they are silkscreen, meaning that when you peel these off and you put them on your piece, you can see through where the design is, but it's not empty. You know, like a regular stencil like this. This is our Mylar stencils. These are empty. You can put your fingers through the holes. These are not empty. This is got a tiny, tiny, tiny mesh screen inside there. And you are actually pushing the paint through that mesh. And that's why it's called screen, silk screen. So it's like the screen printing process, basically. And these actually come with this little applicator inside them, which works well. It's got different sizes. I cut mine up. I do fine with it. But Dixie Belle, some people were really struggling with that. So they have brought on a new product that just, you're able to order it online as of today, I believe. And it's this one. It's called the Thing-a-ma-jig. So we weren't going to use this tonight, but because this just launched today, I wanted to let you know about it. It is a silicone applicator. And it's got all different angles, sizes, and shapes. You get one, it's going to last you forever. And you should be able to use that to get some really good leverage when you press that paint through your Silkscreen stencil. So, not a good representation of how it's used if you've never used a Silkscreen stencil. I promise that there are other people who are already demoing this on the Dixie Belle channels. You can see those, but if you are a Silkscreen user already and you didn't know that this new, and it's called the Thing-a-ma-jig. The Thing-a-ma-jig. is now available, and you might want to give it a try and see if you like it better than this plastic sheet thing. Okay, all right, so let's move on to Slick Stick and talk about why I'm going to use it. I am not going to prime the body of this piece. I'm only going to prime the top of it right here, and I'm going to use Slick Stick. And the reason for that is it's a laminate up top. This is a laminate, and that's exactly one of the things that we use, that we promote Slick Stick being good for. Slick Stick does not usually look like this. It looks like it has a shower cap on. I'm out of saran wrap, and my lid wasn't working well anymore, so I literally used a piece of plastic and a rubber band, because this is real life here, and that's how I do it. But I don't like to waste anything. Okay, so this is Slick Stick. So Slick Stick is used, it's to help your paint bond. It's an adherence prep. It's to help your paint adhere to your project. Now we have B.O.S as well, and B.O.S is a primer that helps you block stains, odors, but also as a bonding primer as well for like wood if you want to use that. But Slick Stick is made for things like glass, metal, tile, and Formica is one of the things. So was someone going to ask something?
Oh, it's just that people are throwing out some color ideas for you. We got a lot of red, white, black and white.
Oh,
pink,
good. Well, I think
pink, yellow,
if I can get Slick Stick going on here, let me get it on up here, and then maybe we can pull some cans out and just kind of look at what colors we want to use. You know, like Honky Tonk Red. Do we want to use Fluff and Caviar? Do we want to pull out the Dixie, Belle Blue? Should we go with Pure Ocean? Kind of just look at some of the colors.
Sometimes, I guess, speak loud tonight, because there's a couple of people that are where you fade in and out. It's not a steady audio.
Huh. Okay. All right. I will talk louder. Do you want to?
Why would you use gray B.O.S as opposed to white? What?
Do you want to try the microphone? It's right there.
Give it a shot.
Why did you say why would I use gray B.O.S as opposed to white?
Yeah.
I just love gray B.O.S. Now I'm not using, this isn't B.O.S, this is Slick Stick, but that's a really good question if you want to talk about B.O.S for just a second. So, I like gray B.O.S because it is I think it's a better color blocker than the white. I honestly do. I would also use it, I think you have less of a halo effect. So if you think that you might distress even at all, I mean, you could just use clear B.O.S, but I think you have less of a halo effect than you do with the white. But the main reason is just because I like it better. I think it's a better color blocker. Especially if you're doing dark wood and trying to go light, I would definitely use gray B.O.S.
I don't see the mic there.
It's not in a pile right there on the top?
This?
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. We'll try the mic next week. But, you know, Facebook Live stopped working with mics for a long time, and I quit using one. I used one for years, and I quit using it. So the thing with Slick Stick is you want to make sure you stir it. I've got a stir stick here. You want to make sure you stir it really well, and which I did. Don't shake it. Just stir it. Get all of the ingredients off of the bottom. Make sure you stir it really well. If this were an ultra flat surface, I probably would roll this on, but I'm going to use a brush, and we're going to get rid of the bowl, and I'm going to see, Matt, do you think these come off? This one looks stripped.
There's I guess a kid shoved something in there, but I think I can unscrew it.
Do you have a drill?
Yeah.
Let's
I just happen to have one in my pocket.
Let's see if he can get these off. Okay, so this is my white lightning cleaner right here. I'm just spraying it on these two spots where the 4 spots where the burners were. Rub this over. I cleaned it. I gave it a shower today. I bathed the entire. I vacuumed it out. I shop vacuumed it. That was my white lightning, which is my cleaner, and this is just water. So now I'm just spraying off where I use white lightning. Just make sure I get that off. But it's very clean. The pieces, you can see, nothing's coming off on my towel. Super clean. It was filthy, you guys. It was so dirty. So this is what we just took off. Just these little discs, like this. That's what we took off. I have a feeling these are going to be black and white check. I have a feeling. And I have a feeling the knobs that Matt's taken off are also going to be black and white check. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Okay. So I'm going to get started while you're doing that. Do you see my brush?
I do.
Should be right by your feet.
Oh.
All right. So I'm plastic that I think I will paint silver, like the old chrome look from the diners. Thanks, babe. So, Slick Stick. Let me tell you about Slick Stick. Slick Stick needs 2 coats. 2 coats. So I'm going to put this coat on, and I'm going to let it dry until tomorrow. And then I'm going to come back out tomorrow, and I'm going to put another coat on. And once that coat is dry, then I'll be able to paint over the top of it. And the rest of this, I don't think needs Slick Stick. The rest of it is wood. And I think it has enough too. This is just that butcher block. So I highly recommend not skipping the Slick Stick steps. If you're doing it, if you're taking the time to do it, let's do it right. Plus, hey dude, you almost done?
Yeah.
You're very loud.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I do. I do. So another reason I want to Slick Stick this top, you guys, because remember it's a kid's kitchen and there's a bowl, and I think that bowl's going to be full of water. And I want to make sure that my paint is really going to hold up. And I will coat it. This obviously will get gator hide on the top, which is our most durable top coat that you can use. But you know, gator hide is only going to lock in what you've done on the top. You have to make sure that your paint's going to stick from underneath the surface as well. You want to make sure you've got really good adherence.
Black Trellis wants to know why you're not sanding.
Because I'm using Dixie Belle products, and they've really taken that out. You really don't need to sand if you don't.
Sanding is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, the chalk mineral paint doesn't require sanding. It's a really, really, it sticks to anything. Chalk mineral paint sticks to anything. But some people were struggling with it sticking to super slick surfaces. So Dixie Belle has a, what do you call it, like a proprietary formula that they came up with, and it's the Slick Stick, and it's for super slick surfaces. Just put a coat of Slick Stick on, let it dry, put a second coat on the next day, and then you can paint. It takes away the need to sand. I sanded for years doing furniture, years and years. I had a sander. Like I hated it so much that I hired someone to come here and sand all of my pieces that were in lineup for custom orders. I did not want to
It makes
sand.
a huge mess.
Yeah, it's awful.
Gets
well,
in the
I mean,
nose.
if you have a sanding system, but even with a sanding system, it takes a lot of time. So that's
Dana
it.
wants to know, do you already have a design plan?
Who was now?
Dana Perry Ridge.
Not really. We kind of do. You want to see if you're late? If you're late to the game, let me show you. I had a design plan. I spent about an hour out here today picking WoodUBend trim, and I had all these big plans. And then about 10 minutes before I went live here, someone said, "Oh, are you doing a diner, retro diner with, you know, red and white checks and turquoise?" And I was like, oh my gosh, I love that idea. So I found this right before I came on live with you guys, and this is my design plan. This is my inspiration, is what I should call it. This is the inspiration. So I'm thinking turquoise, silver, black and white, and maybe a little pink. Someone's suggesting maybe to not put any pink on there so that it could be for a boy or a girl. I like the touch of red. I love pink and red together. Love pink and red together. Okay, so Matt has taken off. What time is it? I don't have my watch on.
7:30. Can you Slick Stick and other chalk paint besides Dixie Belle?
You know, I don't.
Only Dixie Belle.
I don't know. No, I don't know that anyone's ever asked me that question. I mean, I would think that it would work with other chalk mineral paints, I think, but
Is white lightning what you use to clean items followed by water?
Yes, so thank you. White lightning is what I use. It comes in a little jar of crystals. It does have trisodium phosphate in it and some other items, some other products as well, or other chemicals as well. And it's a concentrate, and you mix it into a bottle, and I keep it in a sprayer bottle all the time, and I just shake my sprayer bottle, and I give it a bath. I gave this thing a complete shower today in white lightning, and then I wipe it all down with a paper towel, and then I go back and I spray with water, and then I wipe that down with a paper towel so that I get all of that cleaner removed, and then you're ready to go. So, all right, so that was our slick stick. We are putting our shower cap lid back on because my lid was messed up. And let me get some color because I'm not going to prime this piece. So let's pull some colors out here. Matt was kind enough to take off all the drawers and all the doors for us.
Except for that one knob.
So did you reach back here?
Yeah, I would need to put a screwdriver back there. Might take me a sec.
Yeah, do you mind trying while I grab some paint? I'm going to grab some paint colors, you guys. So let me grab some jars. They're right there. Okay. I really like these three colors together, y'all. Okay, that's okay, babe.
Right.
We go back because I can't tell if they can see without you.
Right.
We'll figure that out later. What do y'all think about this? Can they see?
Yep.
What do y'all think about that? And then with a tone down with black and white. What y'all think?
I like it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
So that means if I'm gonna go super diner, it means no like blending and shading and shadowing. Nothing super artistic, right? Everything was very crisp and geometric and crisp lines, right? That's gonna be hard for me. That's gonna be hard. But I think let's start with some Dixie Belle Blue. This is Dixie Belle Blue. You like it? I think this is a good.
Yeah, it's 50s.
I think this is a good match, right? So let's go ahead and put some Dixie Belle Blue on here before we go tonight. Start putting a little color on here because that's the exciting part. Let me pull this picture up one more time. So here's the picture. Here's Dixie Belle Blue. I think it's good. I think that's good.
What about yellow instead of pink?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Are y'all gonna be mad at me if I put pink on there? It's not that I think the kitchen needs to be for a girl. I really don't. I don't think that. I have grandsons too, and I raised 2 boys, but I just like the pink. I don't know. Let's start with this. Will you grab me a brush, babe, over there? Maybe a flat medium. Do you mind? Let's go with flat medium.
Like a little brush?
Hey, look, guys. And look, the bowl that goes in the sink will match. The red bowl
Is that what that fan is?
will match. Yeah, that's good. Oh, there's... I don't want a new one. See to your left right there? Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. I'm going to use a brand new one, although this one looks pretty new. Oh, y'all know why this looks so new? Because I tried the new cleaner. I tried the new brush cleaner. We have brand new brush cleaner too. Is the bottle over there on the... Sorry. Yep. Brand new brush cleaner as well. It's called Clean as a Whistle. Have y'all tried it? I thought this brush was new. This brush is not new. It's called Clean as a Whistle. My label's coming off. You can use it as a concentrate or full strength. I used it full strength and poured it into a bowl with all of my brushes. I'll be posting about it in the next day or so. I made a little video of the process of cleaning. I've never done a deep clean on my brushes ever, and I don't throw my brushes away unless they get like something totally on there for good. But I really like it. It worked really well. This brush, hold that up close. This brush like really does, like the bristles like new. So let's start down here at the bottom. That was good, babe. Thanks, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the only other thing I'm going to ask you to get is my spray bottle. I think it's over there somewhere. All right, here we go. Now, my design plan may completely change, and I may decide that the base, thank you, baby, the base may be a different color, but for right now, sometimes I don't see it. I don't get the vision. Sometimes I don't get the vision until I start putting the paint on. So y'all know how over the last few weeks we did the, oh, you almost dropped your phone. y'all know how we did the Alice in Wonderland nightstand that I just posted this past Sunday on my blog. Are y'all on my newsletter? So you get my newsletter for my email list. So you get my newsletter. I didn't have a vision for that nightstand. My vision went completely sideways. Once I started working on it, my ideas completely changed, and I saw Alice, and it was not my plan to have Alice on there at all. But I added Alice, and I love her, and now Alice is about to get a twin, actually a couple twins, because I got orders for Alice, and Alice is going to be going to a little 4-year-old girl, and she's going to get another nightstand for the other side of her bed that's going to have the white rabbit from the transfer on it. So that's really exciting. But sometimes I just have to start painting. Now I could use a roller here as well because everything is so flat. And if I do tape off designs like giant harlequins like are on that inspiration photo, I probably will use a small roller when I do that. And if you're worried about brush strokes with Dixie Belle paint, your first coat always looks a little yuck, but all you have to do is give it a nice little spritz. This is a Mr. bottle. Just give it a nice little spritz and it'll just kind of self-level. You don't have to, it doesn't require it. Do you think we're going to be able to get this knob off then? Without breaking it?
It's going to, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It needs to come off.
You can't paint around it?
I mean, I can.
I'll probably have to kind of get on my back or my side and stick my head in there. And
You don't want to do that on live video?
No, it's going to take me a minute. I think I'm going to have to cuss at it for a little while.
Okay, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Yes, we don't want to do that on live video. Does anyone have any questions or any other ideas about what I'm doing? I'm all ears.
Hello from Reno. Hi, April. It's her first time on.
Hello.
Shane Seller says, I didn't know there was a new brush cleaner. I might have missed that on the DB products page.
Yes, there is. It's called Bells and Whistles. Bells and Whistles. And it was I think it was made available on online today. Able to order online today. I didn't do a post about it. So now that he's got this all opened up on the inside, I was planning on leaving it raw. What do y'all think about the inside? Do y'all think I should leave it raw? Or...
Yeah. I mean, just in the interest of...
Ease? You want to be easy?
Yeah. I mean, the doors are going to be closed.
I was thinking red would be really cute on the inside. But you're right. You can't see in there anyway. It's not like there's glass. I mean, is a kid really going to care? You know what? If I do that on the inside, it's really only going to be cool for pictures on social media. So maybe it's really not worth it, right?
Let's see. Dana Perry says she's seeing diamond gemstone on the faucet and table's edge.
Oh, yeah. Lots. Yes, we will be using diamond for sure.
Diamond and gemstone mousse.
Yeah, no doubt. We will be using, because we're going to want to go for a chrome look. Yep, I agree, Dana. Wow, I can't believe this. This is so fun. I love this look. This is not what I envisioned at all. How did this get all dirty? I vacuumed this out.
I don't know. Christine's saying white on the inside. Connie's saying red on the inside.
Yeah, I do like that.
Shane says it needs paint on the inside.
I like the idea. Okay, I'll paint it. I like the idea of red. I do. That'd be fun. So I think this will help. I'm kind of sad that we can't get this knob off. I'm just going to go around it for the minute. I mean, I'm going to paint the knobs anyway, so.
Yellow inside. It would look great painted inside and probably clean up better than red food is left in there.
That's true.
Oh, real food.
Real food.
Not red food.
Yeah, I don't know why this is.
Like we're eating beets.
Looks dirty when I vacuumed it out. That's so weird. On this one side, it's got like a little pile. All right. So we're off to a good start. This is Dixie Belle Blue. This is one of, Dixie Belle has many, many, many blues. So this is one of the blues. So right now, we're quite sure we are going to go with Dixie Belle Blue, Honky Tonk Red, Fluff, which is my favorite white, and black, which is Caviar. We're going to do black and white checks. So the black and white will only be in checks, probably on these knobs, and the stove top burners will probably be black and white checks. How fun is that? And then I think the one we're struggling with right now is the pink geometric. I'm kind of wanting to do those pink harlequin shapes on the front doors, I think. What are you laughing at over there, Matt?
I was trying to figure out what Deborah wrote, but she wrote what you said and then what I said.
Oh, because that's Debbie.
No, it's Deborah Adam Shaw.
Oh, it is? Okay. Okay. So that's it, you guys. So you have watched the process of a strip it down, change design ideas, discuss why we need to use Slick Stick, what you use Slick Stick on, work through paint colors, and go ahead and get a color on here, and hopefully things will start flowing. And I think that's it for tonight. So never, ever, ever pass up something that speaks to your heart at Goodwill or Salvation Army or Habitat for Humanity or Restore or any of those places. I wasn't thrift shopping that day for anything in particular. I just wanted to run in real quick and see if there was anything. And I saw it and I ran past it. I kept going. I was looking actually for a nightstand. And I was like, oh, they don't have anything. And I got all the way out to my car and I was like, I cannot drive away. I got to go look at that little kitchen one more time. So I went and I looked at it again and I was like, I'm buying it. And then my daughter was like, you're buying a kid's kitchen? I'm like, I had to have it. I had to have it. I love it so much. Do you think we should put feet on it?
No.
Because it sits flat on the floor.
I think it'll make the bottom where there's some problem areas more noticeable if it's elevated, don't you?
Okay. All right.
It's up to you. You're the genius.
Well, hopefully, guys, I don't think we'll work on this next week. I do not think so, but I will go live on my page here in just a minute. We'll head over there and do a little bit more. Maybe we'll paint the top up here. And I don't know. Maybe we will be working on it next week. Maybe we'll tape off large geometrical designs. I'm not sure. But thank you so much for being here. I hope that you see how amazing the Dixie Belle products are and how they help you from every level possible. Don't forget that there's some new items that went up today. The Thing-a-ma-jig tool for the Silkscreen stencils and the Dixie Belle, the Bells and Whistles brush cleaner that works great. All right. It's a brush cleaner, by the way, guys. It's not for every day. It's not something. The scrubby soaps still work great for every day, soap and water, but the Bells and Whistles brush cleaner is meant more for your brushes that you've used for a while, and it's got like built up paint on there. You want to soak them overnight in this cleaner, and then the next day get a fine tooth comb and really like get that old paint off of there and really bring those old brushes to life, because they're an investment. Your brushes are an investment in your art, so we got to take good care of them.
No good.
All right.
So she'll be back. Thanks, April.
Good. Thank you, April. Okay, guys. Well, thanks so much.
Rachel wants to know what's your page so she can follow it.
Oh, on Instagram, it's Tracey's Fancy, at Tracey's Fancy. Right up at the top where this video is going, you should see a little circle with, oh, that's Dixie Belle. Sorry, we're on Dixie Belle. Tracey's Fancy. Thank you for asking. TraceysFancy. Tracey's Fancy. Thank you for asking. I forget. I forget. Thanks so much, you guys. Thank you, Dixie Belle, for having me. We'll see you guys next week. Okay?
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Good morning, guys. Where are you, April?
Gosh, I'm about to bust my baby. Okay, guys, I white lightninged the entire outside of the piece, and I thought I did the inside, but this bottom one's a drawer.
Yeah, it's
right. So we're not going to paint the inside of that, but we are going to paint the inside of this, and that, and that. We are. So we're just going to go. We're going to go straight up. Honky Tonk Red. So this is a retro, mid-mod retro kitchen. It's handmade for sure. I found it in Goodwill, and I had these ideas that I was going to make it super grand and lots of molds and gold and super fancy. Like I said on the other live tonight, that felt like I was going to put lipstick on a pig. You know what, babe? Can you put this in the bucket? I just started a bucket, and then I'll need another brush for the red. Let's try the Scarlet Brush. Let's try your little favorite brush. Oh, you know what? It's not going to fit in here. I need either a flat medium or a flat small, please, because I'm using a small jar of paint. Anyway, unless I have is there a Honky Tonk Red open right there by you? No, next one up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little thick and there's not much.
Not much in there. We'll see. Yeah, we'll just get the new one. Thank you. So anyway, right before I went live tonight, I was very excited. I cleaned it today and I had all my molds ready and had all these ideas that I was going to make it look like it's for a princess. And lo and behold, if right before I went live, someone out in, I think it was Facebook world, I have Facebook and Instagram on right now, they messaged me and they were like, oh, that looks like a 50s diner because it's got these big black knobs that go right here, across here, like this. It's got the little cooktop things. These are going to be black and white check, and these go up here, 4 of them. And then it's got these handles on the doors and drawers that look like this. Very simple, right? Very retro, super simple. And she's totally right. Like, the person, whoever it was, is totally right. It's totally what needed to happen to this piece. You know what, babe? Could you get me the flat medium? See how this is round? It's round, like one of those that you got me earlier. Yeah, so I'm asking him to get me a flat medium. Let me tell you why. I'm going to paint on the inside here. I need something small to dip into. This is a small jar of paint. Actually, this is a flat medium. This flat small would even be better when you're dipping. I'm not telling you that until then, but if you want to get me one, that's fine. They dip a little bit easier into this 8-ounce jar. This flat medium for sure is the largest brush that will really go in here without hitting the edges of your brush and making your brush go out like that. So this is a flat medium. This is a flat small. It doesn't cover much surface area, so I'm going to really try to use the medium. The round brush works great, and I would be able to dip that perfectly into my jar, but it doesn't work as well when I'm trying to come over here and cut in like against the turquoise, where the red meets right up to the turquoise, where this squared off bristles will work for that a lot better. So that's why I asked him to get me a different brush. So anyway, we have decided on, we have an inspiration photo. I went and found, based on what my online friend said, but I don't even know who it was. Did she ever identify herself on the live?
Not that I noticed.
No? Anyway, I went and got online and looked up some old diners, and I found this diner that was, oh, I like how you have that. I would like these to be on one pole. We should get another pole sometime. I like that a lot. So I'm not having to go like that with my eyeballs. Anyway, I found an inspiration photo that I loved, and it had red and pink. And actually, I think I'm not going to put turquoise. I'm going to put turquoise around this corner. I'm going to wipe this red off.
We can't really see that area you're painting.
Okay, I'm going to do something different here in a second. Let me give you a little tip. When you're working with something, especially a handmade item or a homemade item, you know, where they fit, it's not perfect. Like, I don't know which door goes here, but let's say it's this door.
Try to speak a little louder, baby.
Okay, let's say it's this door. If I put red right up next to that turquoise, right there, you're going to see through a small gap, you're going to see a shadow of like red. So it's better to take your outside color around that bend a little bit. Take it around the bend. So I'm going to take turquoise around the bend. Not right now. I just want to let y'all know that. All right, so I'm using Honky Tonk Red, and Matt's let me know that I need. So you want me to paint back here?
Sure.
So I'll paint back here. So I just really wanted to give y'all the view of what it's going to look like to have the red against the turquoise. And then I think I want to add some baby pink to it, but I'm struggling with that because a lot of people are saying don't do pink because the little boys won't want it. But in my brain, I'm just seeing this with pink and red. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm being super sloppy because I'm painting at an angle. That's kind of weird. Turn it a little bit. So how cute, right? So the person that sent it even did like little cherry emojis, and I thought that was so cute. I love turquoise and red anyway. So if you have your mister bottle, you know, you can just spritz it just a little bit. It just kind of helps thin that paint out a little bit, and you don't have to, but it'll help with your brush strokes. Of course, this is on the inside. No one's going to see this except for the kid, really, or social media pictures. Social media pictures are important.
Donna says, cute colors you've picked, green or yellow instead.
Green or yellow instead of the pink.
Shasta Wilson, she's a preschool teacher and says she loves this.
Yay! I felt like it must have come from an old school. I really did. But then someone messaged me and said, I don't know where you're located or where you are, but my dad built like that exact kitchen for me back in the 50s. So I was like, oh, well, I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Could it be the same one? I don't know. Maybe there was like a pattern out for people. I mean, I don't know. But it felt like a kid's school, like a preschool.
Yeah, I think they had them on base when I was a kid. It feels very familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So see how I'm not coming up to the edge here because I'm going to take that turquoise over the edge just so it doesn't cast that red shadow through the crack of where the doors meet. Especially because there's no frame around these doors. It's pretty raw and pretty primitive. So just based on experience, if you're working on a piece that's kind of raw and primitive, if you can take your turquoise or your outside color over the edge, you won't get done and be like, oh, I love it. And then you screw your doors on and then you're like, well, crap, I can see my red. I can see where the red is. I've done that so many times. So just a little word of advice. Take your base coat around. Woo, I love it already. I think I'll do black and white checks mostly on just the 4 burners and then on the knobs as well. Talk to me, babe. You're way too quiet.
G-Beth3 says, looks great. Red really pops with turquoise.
Doesn't it? It really does.
Is that turquoise? Yeah, I guess it is turquoise.
Yep, that's turquoise. Matt is a little, Matt struggles a little bit with color, right, baby? You do.
Well, you say I do.
Well, you do. So you struggle with color and what else?
Directions.
Oh, and there's 3 things. There's 3 things. Color, directions, he said. The man, if you're on a road trip and he pulls off to get gas, you better be awake because he's liable to get back on the freeway and go back the direction you were coming from and realize it like 10 miles later.
That's an exaggeration.
No, it's not. It is not. It's true. It's happened.
Oh, and time.
Oh, well then there's 4 things.
Well, what's the other one you're talking about?
He said time. He also has no concept of time at all.
I have
really
a very
doesn't.
good concept of the time of day, but if something that happened 12 months ago or 36 months ago, it's all the same.
Right. He's right. He knows what time of the day it is. But like on a timeline,
Makes me look stupid.
no, I know, and he's not dumb, y'all. No, he's not stupid. But he really doesn't. And the other thing
Can't
is
read good.
space, babe, space. Like
Space.
spatial. He'll say, that's not gonna fit. That's never gonna fit in there. That's not gonna fit. And I'm like, babe, yes, it will. It's gonna fit. Of course, I'm talking about furniture pickup, right? Yes, babe, it's gonna fit. Well, did you measure it? No, I don't have to measure it. I can tell. And you just need to turn that piece this way, and then we'll slide this that way. And then he's like, oh, it's never gonna fit.
Jerry Ann says her husband says it happened the other day.
Yes, Julian. Yes. Okay, so wait, I gotta go back to the spatial thing. Every single time I'm right on that. Every single time. If I tell him it's gonna fit, it fits. I don't know though if it's one single time that it didn't fit. Do you?
Well,
Probably not.
I'm not keeping a list.
Probably not. Okay, Julianne. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a guy thing. Yes, everything is the other day. Just the other day. It was just the other day.
Same. Rhoda says her husband's like that.
Oh my gosh, I'll be like, are you freaking kidding me? Matt, she's 14. She was like barely out of diapers when that happened. He's like, no way, no way. He will fight with me no matter how many times he's been proven to be incorrect. He still to this day will fight with me. He's never given in and said, you know what, you're probably right because I know I suck with timelines. He's never given in and said that. He doesn't. He just fights till he just fights.
So what color red are you using?
Honky Tonk. This is Honky Tonk Red. Okay, so, man, I don't like working in a mess, and I've got a mess.
Bingo, Christine. I didn't want to say it out loud.
What'd she say? What'd she say?
She says my husband always tells me a piece of furniture won't fit. It's because he doesn't want her to buy it.
Oh,
Or to put it in my truck. I don't want to pick it up. So I'll say, I don't think that's going to fit. That thing is huge.
you're so right. You're so right. But that's not every time. Sometimes you're fine with when you get it. Or
Yeah,
I
most of the time. If
Okay,
it's a
guys.
gigantic piece and I'm by myself.
It's been 12 years of this. He rarely picks up furniture for me anymore. He has recently had a little uptick in it because I gave him a long break, like a super long break. And I haven't even told you that Law is back in service.
Okay.
So I have this really nice guy who's worked to help me out in picking up, delivering furniture. He's such a nice guy. And I met him online years ago. He's done it for years. Anyway, he had a motorcycle wreck and hurt his knee and was out for a long time. And anyway, I had to just either struggle to get things or I couldn't find anyone else. And so Matt finally started helping me out because I was missing Talal. But I just went to go pick up I went to pick up a nightstand right there. That beautiful. Did you see that nightstand?
Yeah, I did.
What?
It's nice.
Isn't it gorgeous?
You have a couple questions. One-on-one.
That nightstand is going to be the sister to Alice. That's going to be the White Rabbit.
Oh,
The
okay.
White Rabbit nightstand.
Gotcha.
And I walk in and I think I'm dealing with a woman. And then around the corner, she's like, well, my business partner's coming. And he goes, Tracey! It was him. He's better. Yay. Okay, so what is Juana? Hi, Juana. Hi, Juana.
Let's see.
What was she asking?
Have you painted ceramic tile?
Yes. Oh, Juana, yes. Yes, my kitchen. We did my backsplash. I mean, when you consider that ceramic tile, I mean, it was tumbled stone.
It's granite.
The back part.
Wasn't that granite also? Just not polished?
Oh, wait. Yes, I have painted ceramic tile. Yes, I mean, I consider that to be that in my kitchen. We did my backsplash, in black and white, all the black and white checks in my kitchen. Yeah.
So, did you base coat the kitchen here?
Did I base coat this kitchen?
Yes, that you're painting.
I am base coating it. Is that what you mean?
That red's a base coat?
It's just paint. It's your base coat. Your first coat's your base coat. Do you mean a primer? Like a primer?
Oh, I don't know. Elaine McLean is asking.
Oh, it's just, I didn't prime it. I only primed this.
Elaine McLean, that sounds like a stage name.
Elaine McLean.
Yeah.
I only primed this, Elaine. This top part is slick stick because the top is laminate and it was very slick. The rest of the stuff is wood and it's not slick. So it doesn't need a primer.
Amber's loving the colors.
Yay!
Debbie Daniels Gray says no. Oh, she was replying to Amber.
That's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Has Debbie been on this whole time? Hi,
Yes.
Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. I know you've got a lot going on with your fam. Thank you very much for being here. I didn't know you were here. Wasn't sure you were going to be here. What other questions do we have, Dave?
Are you going to do it on a live so we can see the sister to the nightstand?
Yes,
that
I
would be
will.
exciting.
Yes, I'm so excited. So the lady that bought it, she lives in, I got 2 orders in one time. One was in New Jersey and one was in California. I think she's in California.
Rhoda, this was not sanded first. She just put slick stick on the top.
Slick stick up here because it will help adhere to the laminate. But you don't need to sand when you're using chalk mineral paint. You really don't. If your surface is slick, you can just use slick stick. If you feel like you need a primer, you can use B.O.S. But I'm using straight up chalk paint right on the surface. This is how easy it is, you guys. Chalk paint really does stick to just about everything. And like Juana was asking how to paint a ceramic tile. So Matt and I did our kitchen. We did our kitchen cabinets. We've done our kitchen cabinets several times. But I did the backsplash. And I used slick stick. Juana, by the way, if you're listening, I used slick stick. And I followed the instructions. I did a coat of slick stick and I let it dry overnight. And then I went back and I did slick stick again the next day, and then let that dry for a few hours, and then I started with Fluff, and I did Fluff, which is my favorite white, this one. I did Fluff. And then I went back and I painted every other, they're like 4-inch tiles or 6-inch tiles. I did every other one in black, so it looks like black and white Harlequin. I love it. I have a blog on it, Debbie. If Debbie's still on, Debbie, can you share that blog so people can go see photos? I think it's called Kitchen Backsplash is the blog, I think, or ceramic tile or something like that. That'd be awesome. I'm not going to paint inside here, you guys, because that is a drawer. That's a drawer. Yes, I did. You know what? Will you get me one of my little 1-inch craft brushes out of that pitcher up there, baby? And I'm going to, or just bring me the pitcher full of tiny brushes. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this in around the corner here so I can show y'all how I do that. What time is it, babe? We need to watch the time because it's 8 and you have to pick her up.
8:15.
Okay.
What time do you need?
She gets out at 9. Okay, so I'm using Dixie Belle Blue. By the way, if you are new to Dixie Belle, or if you're new to my page, I always list my link because I am a Dixie Belle brand ambassador. So I have an affiliate link, which means that it's attached to my name. So if you follow it over there and you order online from me, it's attached to my name and they know I sent you, so they know that I did it, and then they give me a little kickback of that amount. And that's how I support my business, and it keeps me going, and it also lets them know that I'm doing a good job in like showing people how to do this. So I appreciate it, you guys, if y'all use my link. I really, really do. It means a lot. Okay, so I have a little picture here of some just craft brushes. I'm going to use an angle brush. This is an angle brush. It doesn't matter what brand it is. It doesn't matter what size angle it is. Just an angled brush. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to come in up close here, and you could tape off if you wanted to. But what I'm doing is this back side of my finger right here, I'm pressing that on the inside of the cabinet, and I'm not paying attention to my bristle pressure. I'm putting pressure instead on my finger. So as I drag my finger down, I have my brush right where I want it, and the brush just follows. So it's very easy. If you've got something that you can support your hand with, just drag that. And I also don't talk.
You're gonna recoat the red?
Yes, it'll need a second coat. Reds almost always need a second coat. Now I could have primed it with B.O.S. gray. I would not prime with B.O.S. white under red. It's too bright, and it needs it. You'll need a second coat for sure. Hold on, I'm holding my breath. All right. So there we go. I have taken that color around the corner so that I won't see that through the crack of the doors. Anyway, so if I had primed the red, I would have used B.O.S. in gray. And if you're painting kitchen cabinets or a piece of furniture, I highly recommend you use B.O.S. gray under red. It works amazingly. But this is just super simple and a kid's kitchen, and I just felt like I could just throw a coat of red down. We'll see if it needs a second coat. If it does, I'll slap the second coat on there. It's fine.
Terry says she can envision that piece with matching black and white checkered pots and pans.
Oh my gosh. Do I need to
Terry, I
paint?
can't, when I hit see more on your post there, it won't open, so.
Who is it, Terry?
Netterman.
Hi, Miss Terry. Do I need to find some kids' pots and pans and paint them? Like, do I need to do like a little miniature fake Mackenzie Childs pot and pan set? Oh, I think I might. Oh, I think I might need to do that. Terry loves this type of furniture. Terry loves color. Terry got into the painting thing kind of late, and she loves it, and she's so good at it. How fun, right? How fun is this?
Deb says, hi guys, you're so quiet over here, LOL. I'll just sit here with you. what I put on Facebook, if that's okay.
Who's so quiet? Instagram?
It was people on Facebook saying it earlier.
Oh, really? They were
Yeah.
so quiet? Oh, because was I holding my breath?
Oh, maybe that's what she's
Yeah.
talking about.
So when I am working on like lines, I hold my breath and I can't talk. So that's probably what I was doing. Matt, you're supposed to kick in at that point. Hear that?
Like that?
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
That would be generated conversation.
Do you hear that?
What?
Do you hear?
No. Hear what?
The silence.
Oh, stop. Seriously, babe.
Another masterpiece in the works, says Pamela.
Thank you, Pamela. This one's going to be fun. A lot of fun.
Julie Moore says she can't get over Tracy's banging body.
What? Stop! Oh my gosh! Seriously, you're making me blush. Okay. You know, I don't really think it's going to be a masterpiece by any means, but I do think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to give off some really good energy, and I think it's a blessing.
Yeah, some kid will love it.
I know. Well, some kid is going to love it. Like when I was painting Alice Nightstand, I really, really could imagine where it was going to go. This one, I just think I'm going to love it. I think I'm going to love it so much. I'm already thinking about how I'm going to stage it, and I think I'm going to have to do what Terry said with the pots. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, honestly, there's a part
they're saying
that,
Instagram is quiet.
Oh, Instagram's quiet. Instagram's always quiet. They are. I was gonna say, honestly, for some reason, there's a part of me that thinks it needs like a little curtain of some sort, but no, not if it's going like super mid-mod, the super mid-mod.
Yeah.
I have those giant pink harlequins burned into my brain from that inspiration picture, but I'm also wondering if I should do a different type of geometrical tape top design. What's your thoughts on that?
Why don't you just do your checks like on the railing or
This,
something? I don't
like
know.
this,
But
and those.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna do this in the chrome silver.
Yeah.
And I thought I might do this in chrome silver as well, so it looks like to sort of imitate that it's metal
Right.
on the front,
Mm-hmm.
and then save the black and white checks for the little
Pens.
toppers and these knobs and
Why do you think you need more than that?
the pots and pans that I'm going to set up there, or the vintage tea set that I'm going to paint black and white checks to set up there on that side. I don't know. All right, I'm going to turn it a little bit, y'all, and paint on this side as well. Can they still see pretty good?
Yeah.
It's a weird angle.
I think so.
Weird angle, but
What's the backsplash gonna be?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Juana says Harlequin.
How about I fake black and white tiles? How about I do
Connie says you're gonna have to make a dinner sign for your staging.
dinner or diner? Diner? Like a diner sign?
Oh yes.
Diner.
Donna says, Tracy, do you have a Raggedy Ann and Andy to stage with this?
Oh my gosh, that would be so cute, but no, I don't. You know what? Honestly, I don't know that I ever had a Raggedy Ann or Andy. I don't think I did. I think I might do faux black and white tiles, not in the 3 cupboards, but across the back behind the sink. I think I might do that. But I think a diner sign would be super cute. I'll just paint my own.
Amber says, loving it. Can't wait to see it finished. And yes, Tracy, you do have some wicked yoga moves.
I am trying yoga. I am working on yoga. I'm trying yoga and I'm trying swimming. Those are my new little...
You're right, Rhoda. I'm not the noisy one. I'm the quiet one of the house.
Yeah, he is for sure. The man is quiet. He's always quiet. If he's happy, it's a quiet happy. If he's mad, he's not even loud. Like, if I'm mad, everybody knows it. Not Matt. Matt's very quiet. He is. He gets a little louder if he
Beth.
has some cocktails. If we serve some vintage cocktails, he gets a little louder.
Beth says put a hook on the side and hang a black and white apron.
Oh, or an apron that's got cherries on it.
Something like that.
Yeah, that would be so cute. Who is that, Beth? Who?
G-Beth3.
G-Beth3. That's a really good idea. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Can we just have all furniture from now on be like this? Can I just paint all things like this from now on? This is so fun.
Missy Eldridge says do black and white backsplash.
Yes, I like that idea too.
A
See,
chef's
Rosie?
porcelain statue doll with a
what?
chef's hat
Oh,
for staging.
Yeah, like with the little hamburger on the tray kind of thing. Like a Big Boy, is that what it was called? Big Boy's Diner?
Donna and Terry both say that they're the talker. Husband's a quiet one.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's because we don't have a chance to speak. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
Aren't y'all impressed that Tracey can just kind of get on here and talk without a script or something planned to say and just keep talking and talking and talking?
It blows his mind.
Yeah, I used to, speech classes and a few other classes. We'd have to get up and speak for a long period of time, and it was hard for almost everybody.
Oh man, I got red on my purple. I got red on my blue, and it made it purple.
Jerry says whatever.
Whatever. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm just wanting to do this little side thing here. So this is supposed to be an oven door. I'm gonna have to really do some research.
I didn't know that was the oven.
Yes, the oven, babe.
Yeah.
Right?
I wonder why it opened that direction.
Yes, the oven. Yeah. Yeah. What was the brand back then? I could even put, like Frigidaire or whatever, like what would that oven, I wonder what the brands were back then.
Well, General Electric was around.
I'm going to finish this off right here, but it's got red. So I usually love it when the Dixie Belle blue or the Gulf or whatever touches the red because it makes a beautiful violet color, but I don't want that on here.
Is it Deborah? Deborah Phillips says the oven door would be cool in silver.
Yeah, I kind of wondered, what was that?
I accidentally hit something with the chair.
I was trying to think if I should do something with the oven door. Something different.
Christine says her husband was always surprised that she couldn't finish her speech class in college. She's Italian and never shut up.
Who is that, Christine? Who?
DiStefano Miller?
DiStefano Miller.
Am I butchering that?
Don't you love saying people's last names?
Hello, glad I didn't miss the whole live this time. That was Diane Johnson.
Hi, Diane. We are having a blast tonight. This is like a
Tappan? Am I saying that right? Is that a brand of refrigerator from back in the 50s?
What's it called?
Tappan?
I
Tappan?
think it is. It was in silver. It was like almost like a emblem that would come off and have the little holes and it would pop into it, like on the car. Remember how those would pop off?
Are you? In Galaxy. Are you not talking about an ice box? Are you?
No, I think that they did that on the. I don't know why I just had that visual. All right, I'm gonna do one more around the corner, and then we're gonna call this one done for tonight. Anyway.
Donna says you're the only one that can pronounce her name. Is it Troba?
Who, you?
No, you.
Me? Donna Treball?
Yeah.
Well, I went to school with some Treballs.
You're in trouble.
It was, Teresa, we were actually cheerleaders together, her and her sister, Teresa and Susan, and the brother John. And their last name was Treball. It was spelled just like yours. Yep, just like yours. Okay, that one I don't need to do because it's a drawer, and this I am going to do, but I'm going to do it when I'm not live because I'm going to need to get like up in there and underneath those shelves and stuff. So I know I got some moves, but I still don't need to be doing those moves on live camera. Some things we just have to do in private. So anyway, I have got such a mess, but I cannot wait to do more of this with you guys. I mean, talk about a blank canvas. That's a blank canvas, right? That's this piece that goes right here. Woo! I cannot wait. Love the turquoise and red so much. Do you, babe?
Yep.
You like it? It already looks so different. This right here already looks so different. So
I didn't see what you're talking about, Juana.
Oh, what's she saying?
She says, Matt, will you read what else I wrote about the tile and have Tracey text me?
Oh yeah, I will.
Oh, did you ask about, do you paint the grout? Did you paint the grout in the tile?
I did.
Yes.
I did. Juana, go to my blog and see. Go to it and see. I did paint the grout.
She said, she must have been the one that asked if you painted the bathroom floor. She's concerned about durability on the floor.
I did not paint the bathroom floor. Malia just painted her bathroom floor. I know that she just did that. I have not painted my bathroom floor. Mine was just my kitchen backsplash, which is held up beautifully. I know we don't walk on it, and we don't shower on it, and we don't pee on it, but we do cook, and it gets grease on it. It gets juice on it when we juice. Juicer mess gets all over it. It's held up really well.
Mm-hmm.
It gets cleaned and scrubbed and washed. It's held up really, really well. So, but no, I haven't done a floor. I have not. So is that it?
That's it.
Any other questions?
Nope. People are looking
No.
forward to the end product. They're excited. It's amazing.
Okay,
Love and hugs.
I'm gonna do this because I never have a good picture to post. Where's that? Did I get rid of the blue one? Did you wash it? The blue one?
Yeah, you had me put it in the bucket.
So the reason I'm doing that is because when you do a live video, the Facebook not Instagram, but Facebook, or actually both, they let you choose what your little cover clip will be and actually do it for Instagram. So when it's in your feed on Instagram, it'll be, but usually the shots they get, you look like this. Or you're like this. Like with all your chins. It's terrible. Or you're like this. There's something about this. They always want to get you when you look like that. It's terrible. So I decided tonight I'm going to do some smiles.
You ready?
I am ready. I'm posing for my cover shot.
Bye, guys.
I'm hot. It's hot. It's hot out here.
I got a fan pointed at me.
Whew, I'm hot.
All right, we'll see you Wednesday.
Guys, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. And hey, is anyone in the World of Chalk Paint group? Have y'all subscribed to that? I've been doing lives in that group. We're trying to kind of change the vibe in there to like happy. I know Kristen has been doing like thrift shopping, and we have a bunch of hashtags. We have a challenge going right now, and I am doing a live in there. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? So on a lot of Thursdays, I do lives in there, and I don't know if you knew that or not. It's always random, like whatever I'm working on in my shop. I probably will not do this tomorrow. I have a baby shower sign I have to do, so I'll probably do that live tomorrow. But if if you join it, it should let you know when I go live if you have joined that group. It's just a free group. It's big. It's a big group. It's like huge. I think it's like 250,000 people in it. But anyway, just want to let you know that. Anyway, thanks you guys so much for being here. Let me know, shoot me a message if you have any questions. So we were kind of silly tonight, like I didn't do much promoting, but that's okay. Thanks for the ideas, and we'll see y'all next Wednesday if I don't see you before then, okay? Thanks.